We are here at Book People with Miss Ruth, one of the owners.
Ruth,
And I just wanted to begin by asking you a few questions. First of which being, why are books good? I have a television set at home. Why can't I just watch the film version of Pride and Prejudice or Frankenstein at home?
Why don't you tell me? Why don't you just watch the film?
Oh, I could watch the film.
Yeah.
And I have many actors in there, famous actors. There's tons of all sorts of Hollywood magic with the special
I
effects.
couldn't possibly say why books are good because it's so individual. But the anecdote from in here, a mother came in wanting to buy a book, and then she changed her mind. She had a young son with her. And she said, no, I think I'll just go and see the movie. And the kid stomped his foot and said, Mom, you should read the book. That way you get your own pictures. In other words, I do think that people read books entirely differently than when you're presented with a manufactured picture.
Okay.
And of course, at my age too, books on the shelf that say, at home, that say hello, oh yeah, I picked this up when I was such and such. It just becomes part of your being.
I did want to ask you, as an owner of an independent bookstore, what do you think the advantages of going to, frequenting, owning an independent bookstore over, say, a big chain like Barnes & Noble?
Again, depends on the individual. I am not primarily a business person, but I can only speak for myself. Advantage there, I don't think there is any financial advantage. Not right now, anyway. The advantage for me is it's a small store. Somebody calls and we're not even computerized. I can go to the shelf and yeah, sometimes I'm wrong. Somebody calls, etc., or comes in. Yeah, I have that book. We tend to, all of us who work here, tend to get to know the books, not necessarily have time to read them, but be aware of what's coming out, etc., and we develop personal connections with the customers. So when it happened the other day when somebody called and said, I'd like to get such and such a book for my brother. And I told my coworker, hey, didn't he just get that book? They may be giving it to each other. And she said, well, let it go, just go ahead and order it. So we ordered the book, and sure enough, it turned out that they are going to give it to each other. You know? But it is an eye contact means with a customer, at the cash register, at the wherever you are, working with individuals for what they really want. I can't see it happen that much in a large store where you have to pay attention to thousands of other things.
Makes perfect sense. I did want to ask you, what is the genre that you would say sells the best out of all of your books?
You know, actually right now, I think it is fiction equally with history. Used to be that self-help was our strongest seller. Forget it. Not anymore. But a new book coming out, a historical book like the Kennedy family, or I just heard a wonderful interview with Amos Oz this morning on historical things we sell more of. We get more requests for than we do. I couldn't say that there's any one that we sell a lot. We simply don't sell a lot to start with.
Right.
You know. Children's book is a little bit, but Richmond has, you're going to interview BBGB?
Oh, entirely possible.
Yeah. I mean, there's a wonderful children's bookstore. As a matter of fact, one of the gals used to work here. And we do more in used children's books than we used to. Much more.
I did also want to bring up, for the people watching this, you are celebrating your 18th anniversary, or how many years has it been? Or it's been 32. 32 years.
Today.
Right.
Yeah, it just happened.
32 years.
32 years, December 1st, we opened at Wolalong.
Congratulations. Oh, we do want to show that to them.
Oh, yeah.
We do want to show
I
them.
put that out
Give them a
on the
shot.
table this morning.
How does it feel to have been in business that long?
Hard to imagine when I think 32 years, wait a minute. It's not half my lifetime, but gee whiz. I just turned 80 myself.
Oh, congratulations.
Pretty soon it's going to, if I stay that long, you know, it's going to catch up. I don't know Matthew well enough about it. We've seen so many changes. Some of them detrimental, to us, as a business.
Right.
But I still look forward to coming in every day, even though our headaches and a mountain of paperwork all the time.
Mm.
And that's probably in part my fault because I don't computerize enough. But I do have help with that. So.
You, having been in business for 32 years, you probably have many repeat customers.
We do, yeah.
What do you think attributes to that? What do you think keeps bringing them back?
Personal service. Personal service, absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind. Not the prices you can get on Amazon. You can go to Barnes & Noble and get books at less. As a matter of fact, sometimes we match the prices. But it's the people who come in and say, oh, boy, it's so good to be in here again. Atmosphere? I don't know. But I think mostly personal service, really. As a matter of fact, I just found something, or rather one of my workers said this dropped out of some of her books. I wrote this in 1994 for reasons I can't remember. Book people, headquarters, Richmond, Virginia. Number of stores, 1. Number of employees in 1994, 7. Now we have 2.